And good afternoon again, Master Frank Galindo, Concho Valley Martial Arts Center. We're coming back to continue with our curriculum study of our Korean vocabulary. Earlier I posted a video on the white belt to yellow stripe vocabulary. I'm going to continue with white belt yellow stripe or yellow stripe to yellow belt vocabulary. Something that I've noticed that I did not do on the previous video was the numbers. I did not include the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 at first study sheet, white belt level. We teach the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, hana, tul, set, and net. So I'm going to start off with those numbers for this video session, and that is again 1 through 10 in Korean. The numbers are hana. The accent is on the second syllable. Most of us, and as a matter of fact myself included, up until some of my Korean friends corrected me, would say hana, and it's actually hana. Hana, okay? So hana, tul, set, tul, like a modified tool, like take your tools to work. Okay, so tul, set, like in a set of dishes, a set of whatever, set of dishes. Okay, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Hana, tul, set, net. Okay, net income, tennis net, basketball net. Hana, tul, set, net, dasut. And the T and the D in the Korean language are interchangeable. They don't have a separate letter for the English T, nor one for the English D, as in delta, or T as in tango. So they use the same letter for either or, T or D in English. So it's some places will spell it with a D, dasut. Some places with a T, dasut. Either one is correct as far as the Korean spelling goes, dasut. Okay, hana, tul, set, net, dasut, and then yasut. It's Y-A-S-O-T, yasut. That's number 6. Yasut ilgup. Ilgup. Okay, ilgup is number 7. Yodul. Again, the accent is on the second syllable. It's not yodel. Yodeleu. Okay, that's a yodel. So we're going to do yodul. Yodul. Ahop. It's not IHOP like International House of Pancakes. It's not a hop like a house of pancakes. It's a hop, like aha, I get it, a hop. Just add the P at the end of aha, and it's a hop. The accent is on the first syllable in this case. And the last number we teach is number 10, yul. Yul. Again, it's hana, tul, set, net, dasut, yasut, ilgup, yodul, ahop, and yul. That's numbers 1 through 10 in Korean. I'll continue with terminology. Here we have dojang. Okay, most of us will say dojang, or we'll hear that dojang. That's a West Central Texas, I don't know, Alabama twang, and it's not dojang, it's dojang. Okay, and I try to keep it as close to correct pronunciation in the Korean language as I can, and I do check with my friends who are Korean linguists, either ex-military or current military, who study Hangul, how to study the Korean culture and the Korean language. Luckily we have the Air Force Base here, and there's a lot of linguists in this area also. So it's dojang. Dojang is actually made up of 2 words, do, as in taekwondo, same word, do, and then jang. So do is the way, okay, taekwondo, the way of the hand and foot. Okay, do is the way, and jang is a training place, or place of the way. So this is the place where we train in the way of our martial art, taekwondo, dojang. The next one is kecha. Kecha. I've heard it's pronounced hetcha, like with an H. That is incorrect. It's K like ketchup. So it's going to be kecha, or kecha. Okay, kecha, break, stop the drill. Okay, take a break, okay, break in a sparring match. Kecha, break. Okay, the next one is chulsa. Chulsa means line up. So chulsa, line up. We don't use these as often as we should, as often as we could. So again, kind of keep that in mind when we start using these. Review your terminology sheets. We've kind of gotten lax on the terminology in our whole system, ITF, or at least in Texas that I've seen. Okay, so chulsa, line up. Simsa or shimsa. Okay, S-I-M-S-A. Simsa is test. Testing. Okay, so we test every 12 to 14 weeks initially and move on up from there. So testing time, test time, simsa. Okay. Board break. Board break is kyukpa. Kyukpa. And if you'll notice, kyuk as in kong kyuk. Kong kyuk means offense, or I like to say it kill, kong kyuk. So it's the same kyuk, okay, kyukpa, board break, okay, so kyukpa is the board break, all right. Next one is tuido tora. We say tora in class. We covered that last video. Tora means to turn. So tuido tora means about face, turn and face the opposite direction. And we use that specifically for our floor exercises. And again, something to start incorporating that in our training. Tuido tora, about face, turn around other direction, about face. Ilasut, okay, ilasut. Ilasut means stand up. Okay, we stand up. Ilasut, chulsa, stand up, line up. Okay, ilasut. And the next one is kuryo anjo. Kuryo anjo. Kuryo anjo means to sit. Anjo, we've used anjo, actually means to kneel. Let me double check that. Yes, anjo means to kneel. So many times in class, when I first started doing this several decades ago, we would actually do a meditation before class started. So our instructor would have us kneel and kind of bow our heads and close your eyes and meditate on how we would be performing our lesson that day, our technical and physical training. So anjo is kneel, kuryo anjo is sit. Okay, jwa, left side, jwa. Ooh, like ooh, nice. Ooh is right side, right, to the right. Jwa, left. Ooh, right side. Okay, student, jeja. Jeja, J-E-J-A, one word. Jeja is student, Korean word for student. The next one is tul, pattern. Now, again, in the Korean language, they don't have a separate Korean letter for our letter L. They do have a letter that looks like kind of like a square S, I guess we could say. It's actually an RL combination. Earl. It's very hard to pronounce, and even for me, when I feel like I have a pretty good command of languages or propensity to learn languages, and even this L, Korean L, is tough for me. But the L, tul. I don't know if you can hear the RL in that. Tul. Okay, it's not turl. Okay, it's not turl. It's tul. Okay, tul. T-U-L is the way I spelt it. Many Koreans have their last name Korean. Very common name is Lee, like in Bruce Lee. Okay, although Bruce Lee was Chinese, but Lee is very common. But some Koreans, because of this R-L spelling, letter differences between the Hangul and the English, will have their last name instead of Lee, will actually have a last name of Ri. Okay, like in Ri Syngman or Jun Ri. Ri Syngman, of course, was the first president of the Free Korea, South Korea, way back in the 1930s, I believe. And then, of course, Jun Ri is known as the father of American Taekwondo. He's the one that basically, the students that follow him, followed the American Taekwondo Association, ATA. So anyway, that is the letter RL. So number tul, pattern, yes, tul. You know, chanji tul, chanji pattern. Okay, many students will say form. Okay, I'm going to learn my forms. Okay, so even though form probably is the Korean word for form is probably hyung, 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 and that's the way I learned it initially, was as hyung. But we, under General Che's direction, has always been tul. Okay, so the next one is tora. We already mentioned tora earlier, turn, and we discussed that in the previous video. Turn, just turn. We turn to the left, turn to the right. Tora jwa, okay. Tora u, turn right, turn left, turn left, turn right, whichever. U, again, like we said, is right. The next one that we cover is break fall, nuk bup. Nuk, like knock, 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 but it's not knock, it's nuk. Nuk bup, okay. Nuk bup is break fall. So we do break fall, nuk bup kisul, break fall technique. Okay, kisul is technique. And if you look at your study sheets, a lot of the phrasing, a lot of the all caps that signifies each paragraph that we study, and we'll show here. We have the let me see if I can get this a little bit bigger here. So we have the English kicks, and in parentheses chagi. So chagi in parentheses is the Korean for kicks. Okay, here we have 3-step sparring. We have sambo matsuki. So the parentheses designates the Hangul, the Korean terminology for those particular phrases and terms. So if you look on your study sheets, you'll see that the Korean words, Korean phrasing, Korean translation is probably, not in all of these, probably on the study sheet in the parentheses. And I've always said, you know, people ask what they need to study for their test. I've always said, if it's on your study sheet, you need to know it. So if you look at the very top of your study sheet, it'll have the studio name, it'll have the instructor's name, it'll have the international organization's name, etc., etc., etc. So if it's on your study sheet, you should know it, okay? So Korean terminology, the term for terminology or for Korean terminology, for terminology itself is yong aho. Yong aho. Okay, that's Korean terminology. I guess I should have put in there Hangul yong aho. That's Korean terminology. Okay, new techniques. Again, I'm going through some of these parentheses on the second study sheet. This is a yellow stripe to a yellow belt. In the parentheses for new techniques is kisul. Okay, technique is the word for technique is kisul. All right. Uniform requirements is dobok. Dobok. We talked about dobok. Dobok kyujong. 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 Like the letter Q. PQRS. LMNOPQ. Q. Kyujong. Kyujong is requirements. Dobok kyujong. Requirements, okay? Footwork drills, techniques, kisul, okay? And then we have, of course, we talked about board break earlier, maybe this time here. Yes, board break is kyokpa. All right, so we'll call it here. I'll tell you what, let me go through some of the kicks. We have front snap kick, going back to the white belt study sheet. Front snap kick is apcha busigi. Apcha busigi. Side kick is yapcha jirugi. Yapcha jirugi. And you've heard the word jirugi before, in saju jirugi or saju jirugi. Okay, I'm not sure which is correct, if one is more correct than the other, or if one's from the north side, one from the south side. So I'm not sure which one is which, if there's any difference at all. But yapcha jirugi. Then we have dwitcha jirugi. Dwitcha jirugi is back kick. Later on, you'll have a stance called a rear foot stance, or standing on the back foot, and that stance is in Korean is dwitbal sogi. Dwitbal is in dwitcha, but it's this dwitbal is giving you some extra FYI type stuff. That's at white belt level. The kicks at the yellow stripe level include dolyochagi, turning kick, dolyochagi. Also include twimyo apchagi or twimyo apchabusigi. Either one would be correct, technically correct, either one. Twimyo is the Korean term for jumping or flying. We'll have flying kicks later, but for now it's just jumping kicks. Twimyo apchagi is what the study sheet says. It could be twimyo apchabusigi, same thing, jumping front snap kick. And then we have murup olyochagi. Now murup is the Korean word for knee. And I like to show that, or have us remember that, by indicating that the knee is more up than the foot. More up, mud up. Okay, more up. Olyo means upward. Olyo, mud up, olyo, knee upward kick. Chagi is kick. We're not upward kick where you are. When we do this kick, the kick goes straight up. There is a knee side kick, a knee sideward kick, and that's a murup supyong chagi. We don't need to really know that yet, but again, FYI. I always throw these little tidbits of information in. I hope they help. So anyway, it just kind of gives us a better idea on the pronunciation of these terminologies, these phrases, as terminology for testing. I'll be using more and more Korean terminology in class, especially for you guys at green stripe level going up to green belt level. You need to really get a handle on your study sheets from white belt on up through black belt and beyond, so that we have a good working idea of the Korean terminology, so that when the younger students, I say younger, lower ranked students, ask us about these, the Korean phrases, we'll have an answer, a correct answer for them. All right, thanks again for watching. I appreciate you guys. I know I was trying to keep this down to 5-10 minutes, but again, I do have a tendency to explain a little bit more than might need, but I hope it helps us. Thanks for watching our second study sheet, Korean terminology at yellow, yellow stripe going up to yellow belt. And we'll continue with some more study sheet terminology at a future date. Y'all have a great weekend. I'm going to try to be at the studio on Monday, Memorial Day. I'll let everybody know if I'm here, and maybe we'll just get together and have a get-together. All right, appreciate you guys watching. That's Frank Galindo, Concho Valley Martial Arts, and you guys have a great weekend. Be safe, and we'll see you guys back in class soon. Bring your friends, bring your family, bring your in-laws, bring your outlaws. Get our classes numbers back up to where we need them. All right, thanks again. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Taekwondo.